Hey friends. Are you a slave? Maximum people will get instinct first. No, we are free people. But there is an interesting quote of Johann Wolfgang Goethe who says, best slaves are those slaves who don't know that they are slaves. If there will be no knowledge, there won't be any friction, there won't be any tension or war. Some people won't like it. But the truth is, yes, you and I are slaves somewhere. But whose slave? We are slaves of it. Of the scripture. The diagram that is visible is the scripture. Or you can call the matrix. Some time ago, the concept of matrix got viral. Everyone was talking about it and was making video that how we all are stuck in matrix. All these things were very controversial, suspenseful but interesting also. That's why I also decided to study it. Some things were hitting and some things were missing. People were talking about matrix, but I saw that nobody was able to explain clearly that what matrix actually is. That's why I also ignored it. But recently I read a book, and when I revised those things that wait, there is something. All the dots which I read and listened started getting connected, and I started thinking, because this matrix thing started making sense. And started understanding well, with the help of this book, whose things I'll share with you. Trust me, this video is going to very interesting, and there will be a lot of fun. I'll explain you the concept of matrix well. But before that, let's recreate a scene of Matrix movie. Let me put these two pills in front of you. Blue pill means that you don't take my things seriously and keep the life going as it is, or take this red pill, the things I am going to tell you, listen it seriously, try to understand and reflect on it, and try to live in reality by leaving the illusion, by which you can change your life in reality. Which pill will you choose? Comment down which pill you are going to choose. If you choose red pill, then welcome. I was able to break the middle class trap when I started understanding the script, which you can call matrix. When I started doing things apart from this matrix, only then I started getting results. And trust me, I got little come out it, because of which I am getting good results. Till now, I haven't come out of this trap completely, but trust me, I have read books of many millionaires and billionaires, have met them also, have talked to them, due to which I have realized one thing, that maximum people understand the matrix consciously and unconsciously. They understand the script, and when they take an action by breaking it, only then they are able to get such good results. They are able to do big things. So, if you also have to get out this trap, or if you have to do something big in your life, then it is very important that you understand the concept of matrix, which I am calling the scripture. And in order to understand it, you just have to understand this diagram, nothing else. And at the end, I will share my personal opinion also, which I think you must listen. Now, if I explain matrix in simple words, which has been told in movie also, that we are living in an illusion, by leaving the real world, where we are considering right things wrong and wrong things right. Now, what is the aim of this matrix? It wants that you, instead of doing something in your life, become a model citizen. Model citizen doesn't mean any celebrity. Model means mediocre average here. Mediocre, obedient, dependent, entertained, and lifeless. Such an average person who can't do anything great in his life and achieve things for others by spending a life of slave. You can say, there is an operating system to become a model citizen. I don't know who has made it, but there is something like an operating system in which the first stage is of cedars. Then comes the second stage of hyperrealities. Then comes the temporal prostitution. Then comes the life path. And distractions cover all of them. And when all these things happen, then a model citizen gets ready. Let's understand them one by one. Cedars include 6 people, which you can see in diagram. According to this diagram, first type of people are our friends and family. When a child takes birth and is learning the reality, who are the closest ones to him? His parents or family members. Usually our family members love us a lot. But consciously or unconsciously, they cultivate some seeds in our mind, which someone else had put in their mind, that you will have to do this in order to achieve that thing, like if you have to be rich then you have to get into education system. Or if you want good relationships then you have to marry the partner of their choice. Many such seeds have been cultivated in their minds. Don't take it wrong. Our parents want our goodness, but we should understand one thing: take advice from them who are doing good in that field. Like, what is the whole concept of rich dad, poor dad? One was his real dad and other one was his rich dad. Reed dad also wanted Robert's goodness, but he didn't listen to him. He listened his rich dad. Because he was really rich. Similarly, what we learn from our parents at first, it is very important to understand it. If they are good in relationship then listen to them related to relationships. But if they are talking related to money which you think they don't know then it's always necessary that you should listen to your parents. Then comes education. What we are taught in education? Get in the line, raise your hands, follow the instructions. Author says educational institutions are the most powerful tentacles to make this scripture. They are machines which give birth to entire generation of brain-dead people who are not able to think themselves properly, who are not able to question out of the box, are not able to answer and get the solutions. Because after friends and family, the education system is the place where we spend our most of the initial time. The thing is, if you would have read about our education system, you see educational system isn't taught there. All the important things which are important for us to move forward in life, they are not taught to us. That's why the second seeder who is doing wrong with us, consciously or unconsciously, that is our education system where slaves are being given birth, not job creators or entrepreneurs. Third is corporate. The seeders of corporate cultivate different types of seeds in our mind. Like, if you want to achieve success then it means that you have to buy this car. If you have such a big house, only then you're successful. Whereas all the wise people understand one thing, that all these things are just materialistic things. You will define what the actual success is. For a person, traveling the world can be a success, otherwise spending the time with family can be success for another person. But no. Corporates will always show us that if you have flashy credit cards, if you have expensive cars, if you have rich life, only then you are successful, which is not a right thing. Fourth are the financial seeders. Here comes our banks and all such things, whom we trust the most and invest our money, but you know that banks do tons of things behind our back. If you don't know the reality of banks, then I would suggest you to watch this video after this video. The secrets of money. You can say, the whole banking system is flawed. There are tons of problems in it, due to which, you can say, there are multiple economic crises in the whole world. Fifth is government. Government plays an important role to make our life scripted, consciously or unconsciously, because they also want money at the end, to run the government and money. That's why they focus heavily on big corporates, on banks. They are dependent on all these things. They also cultivate such seeds in our mind, due to which we don't become a free person. And somewhere, you can say, they don't want us to become free person. Sixth is media. A scripted life is very essential to make all these people perform well. Media also keeps cultivating different seeds in our mind. Like for example, if you have to celebrate a good birthday, then you have to cut a cake. Who made this rule? Again, we learned it through media. If you want good relationships then you must have to go on romantic dates, you must have to do candlelight dinner. All these are little things which we learn from media. And when it doesn't happen with us we think that our life isn't good. But are all these things necessary? See, rats are required for every rat race. That's why, in order to make the matrix perform well, some people are necessary who do all the things which they don't want actually, rather, they are taught that they want. Are you getting it? You see, they are the 6 big seeders who dictate how we should live our lives. If we want a good life, we have to take a loan. We have to take insurance. We have to live the life in a particular way. After this, the second stage is of hyperreality, that are illusionary characters. C. When our brain is told something repeatedly, then it starts considering it reality, after which it starts believing false and misguided beliefs. If I give you the first example, naming the days. Have you ever noticed we hate Mondays but we love Fridays? Why? Because we have to work on Mondays. And the work gets ended on Friday. Weekend comes. Author says that days are hyperreality that helps the industrialized world work well. It's like a man-made illusion where your life is made limited, that there will be enjoyment on just Saturday and Sunday. And that too how? By partying. Because this is how the seeds were cultivated in our mind. So you can understand, maximum people work well on 5 to 6 days to enjoy that one day, and that enjoyment has been defined according to others. Whereas trust me, I was able to break the matrix, I was able to break the middle-class trap when I stopped focusing on these things. Whether it was Monday or Sunday, I didn't care. I always used to work. Getting it? I also enjoyed it. I liked doing that thing. I didn't have that limiting belief that I have to work from Monday to Friday only. Second is consumerism. This is also a reality that has been created that we stay happy as much as we consume. And there are multiple concepts of minimalism where it is seen when people leave all these things and start living with less things as much as possible, then they are more happier. The world we are living in, we are being pressurized that you have to take this and that thing, you will have to consume multiple things, only then you will stay happy, which isn't right. This is hyperreality 2. Hyperreality 3 is college degree. Since childhood, we are told if we study well, get a good degree, only then we will get respect and will get money. But you know, this is also not a reality. Maximum people get rich these days without any degree. Fourth hyperreality is hyperpersonality. Have you ever noticed that we run behind fame very much, and sometimes we follow such people who don't have any depth behind, they didn't do anything great in their life, but we follow them just because they are famous. Just because they have a hyperpersonality. They are famous and we keep seeing their face. Due to which, such people give relationship advices on camera whose relationship life is ruined. And some people follow such people. This is also a hyper-illusion, not a reality. Fifth, virtual reality. You would have listened that how people have started living in virtual reality. They are buying land there, investing money. I think it is very extreme. Again, all these things are virtual, not reality. It has been told in its name clearly that how it is a hyperreality and illusion, on which we shouldn't focus. Sixth is entertainment. See, every person loves to get entertained, that's why we watch sports, TV, movies, etc. Sometimes, entertainment is very good for us. But if your life is going behind just entertainment, if you always keep watching sports wholeheartedly, you invest time and money and you get so mad behind all such things that you are not able to move forward in your own life. So, avoid this thing because this is hyperreality. This is an illusion, not reality. You will see the reality in your home, what's going on. Seventh is money. Must-watch video I recommended, The Secrets of Money. You know, how the currency we are using these days. Robert Kiyosaki also keeps saying about it in multiple podcasts. I also got a chance to meet Robert Kiyosaki, so he also told me that the notes we are using these days is fiat currency, which means that there is no gold behind it. Earlier, there was gold behind the currencies. You could use X dollars in exchange of this much gold. It was gold-backed currency. If you read about it, you will come to know. But this money is fake. The government and banks can print it as much as they want. There is possibility. There is not gold or anything else behind it. So, this is also a hyperreality. It's just numbers in your bank. It's very important to understand this reality also. 8 is freedom, which is very controversial. I want you to think about it yourself. How free we are actually. How many things you can do, which you want to do. Maximum time, we can't do maximum things. If you have to make your company tomorrow, you can't make a company instantly. You will have to do multiple things. It's not that this is completely wrong, this is truth also, but we are not free. The freedom is kind of an illusion, for maximum people. There are some people who are actually achieving freedom. We will talk about them later. Now let's come to the ninth hyperreality, that is corporations. You know what corporations are? If I name a company, then what is that company? The company is an entity. Sometimes when a case is filed, it gets filed on the company. But company is not a person, there are people behind it. And you know, people are evil sometimes. Sometimes, it is seen that corporations sell such things for greed of money, they missell things due to which people suffer huge loss. So, this corporation is also not real. That is a hyperreality. This is our second stage. Now, let's come to the temporal prostitution, where we are trading our good time for bad time. There is a saying, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. The thing you have in hand is more useful compared to those two things that are you in your hands. Similarly, author says the free time you have today is more important to that free time which we will get after retirement. So, stop thinking such things. Millions of people just worked due to this mentality so that they can live their retired life happily. And you know, there is no guarantee of life, so it is very important to understand this also. So, what I am saying is, am I teaching you Epicurean philosophy? YOLO, you live only once, live today as much as you want. No, that is also not right. We'll talk about it later. Due to all these things we will get two paths in life, which is the next stage of here, and author calls it two doors, one slaughterhouse and no difference. Doorway 1 and Doorway 2. Doorway 1 is sidewalk and Doorway 1 is slow lane. He calls the Doorway 1 sidewalk. Means that if there is a way, then its name is sidewalk. Where we are promised through this way that when we will buy big houses and cars and will live a luxurious life, then we'll get happiness. This is our promise. You can say, we are promised for consumption and entitlement. That I own this thing. And our collar is of debt and dependence. We get dependent of these people. And the slave master here is our government and corporation. And what our rat race is, consume, then going on debt, then working and then repeating. This is the first way, which a lot of people choose. You know, what maximum people do, they are trading their today and working hard so that they can buy good stuff. And can also buy those things which they are interested in, because they have to show off. And why to show off? Because such seeds have been cultivated in their mind that all these things will make you look great. Whereas the second one is, slow lane. Here people get wise. Basically, what people are doing in sidewalk, they are sacrificing their tomorrow for today. Means that they will consume today and won't care about future. Whereas in slow lane, people sacrifice their today for tomorrow, where they get the promise of freedom through investing. You work hard today and keep investing tomorrow, you will get a lot of money and you'll get rich. Here the lease is deprivation. Time is our slave master here. Time is our biggest slave master here, who owns the whole stock market. The collar here is of hope. And the rate race here is save, work, invest, wait and repeat. You see, maximum people who don't choose consumerism, they choose this way. That I'll do hard work, will save money, will invest, and will keep doing the same thing. And you know, what covers this whole thing? Distraction. Distraction that is being bombarding through ads, social media. And this distraction makes a triangle. And if you reverse it, a model citizen gets created through this triangle. Distractions don't let us think outside of all these things, whereas I told you when I started thinking outside all these things, only then I was able to do something in life. Like, let me give you an example of cedars. If I give you a personal example of cedars, I didn't listen to my friends and family members. I knew that they are not saying right. I didn't study according to traditional education system. I was also told to do engineering and then do a job, but I didn't do that. I also used to get tons of ads of corporates. I was told to buy this car and mobile because I was making lakhs of rupees. I didn't buy until my assets started getting built. You can say, bankers also asked me to take credit cards, but trust me, I hardly use a credit card. I never think that I am dependent on the government. I think that if I have to change some things, then I have to change myself. I won't depend on the government. Whenever I watch something through media, I ask questions: is it being shown for my goodness or their goodness? I am telling you by giving my personal example, how I fought with Cedars, and I am still fighting, and that's how I am able to come out. Cedars are done. And if I talk about hyperreality, let me tell you, I told you that I didn't depend on naming days. If I have to do work, I will work on Sunday and Saturday also, and if I have to do travel, I will travel on Monday and Tuesday also. And today I have created such life, where we go to travel on Mondays and Tuesdays because of less crowd. Consumerism, I don't love consuming things much. Because I understood that it won't give me actual happiness. Yes, if I need something then I'll buy. Like, laptop is expensive, I know, but I am buying because I have to do editing. I am buying for myself. I am not buying to impress someone that I have an expensive laptop. Third, college degree, about which I told you earlier. College degree for which I worked really hard for many years, invested lakhs of rupees. I didn't go to take that degree. I used to get calls from the college that only your degree is left, collect it, everyone has taken their degrees. But I didn't know, because I knew that the degree doesn't have any value. These videos have value which I am making for you and connecting with you. That's why I focused here. Fourth, hyperreality is hyper-personalities. Trust me, there are only a few celebrities whom I like genuinely. I know, maximum celebrities don't have depth. They are living a fake lifestyle, they talk fake, and they don't know themselves what they are doing in their life. That's why I get less impressed from celebrities. Fifth is virtual reality. I don't know, but I don't like virtual reality much. Sixth is entertainment. Entertainment is such a thing with which I am still struggling. But I am trying to get out of it. Seventh is money. Right now, I am trying to crack the money. I know this is not reality, but this is what running the whole world. There is a saying, if you don't like the rules, follow the rules, reach the top, and change the rules. So I am trying to do the same. Right now, I need money. I can't change things. So, I am focusing on making money. But I know that this money is not reality. This is just an illusion which is running the world. Freedom, I always try to be free as much as possible. This was one of the main things I wanted in my life, that's why I didn't take interest in all these things. Ninth, corporations. I think it is very important to understand the power of corporations if you want to get free. This was the whole triangle that makes model citizens. Let me explain model citizens again: mediocre, who don't do any remarkable things in their life, they just live to survive. Obedient, they don't have free thinking. They just follow the popular opinion that has been made in society and media. They trust blindly what they see and understand. Because they are always taught to be obedient. Third, dependent. They are always dependent on someone else for everything. Either they are banks, stock market, or government, and other people own their time. Fourth, entertained. Model citizen always try to distract themselves from the reality due to which they become lifeless, where they die at the age of 22 to 23 years, but they are buried after 50 to 60 years. Because they don't have goals or big dreams, which don't let them do anything great in life. That's why I would suggest you to understand it and fight with it. I've told you all the dark things. But how to fight with it? Because both ways, slow lane and side lane, are not good for you. So, which way is better for you? What things should you do to break the matrix? If I explain here, the video will get lengthy. If you want me to make another video to explain further, means that you understood the problems, you understood the matrix, but if we have to learn further that how we can break the matrix and move forward, then comment down that I am interested. Like this video so that I come to know that people really want to learn it. Then I'll share more things about this book named Unscripted by MJ DeMarco, so that you can break this middle-class trap and do something great in your life. Let me share my opinion. I haven't shared my opinion yet. So, my opinion is I don't think something in black and white, that either this matrix is absolutely right or absolutely wrong. I think everything is true to some extent and also wrong to some extent. Like in Matrix, there are many things in which 70% to 80% things are true, and 20% is not true. Getting it? So my opinion is that you always keep yourself open to learn things and decide yourself what you think that thing is right or wrong. I would also like you to tell in comments, has something related to Matrix happened to you? Because yes, all these things have happened with me. I am not saying that there are some secret people or agents behind it who are planning it together, which may be true. This is a matter of argument. But this is also true that a system has been made where maximum people go towards mediocrity. This is my personal opinion. I don't know who are behind all this. Comment down your opinion on the Matrix. Till then, see you in the next video. If you haven't watched Secrets of Money video, then watch that video. And if you want second part of this video, then comment down. If you want to learn such interesting things to move forward in your life, to break the middle class trap, to get out of the matrix, trust me, books have helped me a lot. That's why I have made a book summary channel. Here I'll keep bringing book summaries for you. That's why subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. I have a mission of making the world's biggest book club. In order to help me in that mission, subscribe the channel. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.